So you've probably watched both GTA 6 trailers by now, and maybe you spotted a few things that looked off, like little mistakes, weird details, and maybe even bugs or glitches. But what if I told you that those mistakes are actually ultra-realistic features that Rockstar added on purpose, which in this video we're breaking down the moments that look like glitches but are actually next level realism in GTA 6. The first thing I want to talk about is that over here in this footage we can see that Jason is driving a car, and also there's a girl who said hi Jason in the second trailer. If we look closely, we can see a dog right in her right hand, and that dog is completely like frozen. It's not even moving. But the thing is that that's actually because that her right hand was not moving at all. So you can definitely think that this is a bug, or I should say a glitch, which in reality it is not. And imagine if we'll be able to hold dogs, or like pets I should say, in GTA 6. That'll be one of the coolest things, especially if you guys are pet lovers. And if you also pay attention here where Jason's left hand is on the steering wheel, you guys are noticing right that the steering wheel is going right left, but Jason's hand is not that moving. And you can actually think that he's not like driving the car literally, like you will think that his left hand is not on the steering wheel, but in reality it is. So that is not technically, I should say, a glitch, because the thing is when he's moving the steering wheel from left to right or the opposite, his left hand is also moving with it as well, but at first it's not. And in this footage over here where we also saw that Jason was getting in his house and he opened the door, just before that on the right side, if you guys paid attention, there's actually a doorbell, but in the trailer he did not use it obviously because he's home alone, there's no one, and he's not gonna be using it. My point is that if you paid attention to the doorbell, we might be able to actually maybe ring people's doors in GTA 6, and that'll be one of the coolest things, especially if you want to like annoy maybe online players when GTA 6 online comes out, like spamming. It'll be really funny. But at the end of the day, my point is that you may think this is just like something that doesn't even make sense, like you will think it's like a accessory, but it is not. It is actually a doorbell, which will be really useful in GTA 6. You can actually ring people's doors, because we actually don't have that feature in GTA 5 unfortunately, which I'm really confident saying this, that we're having of course this for sure in GTA 6. Now what we also have here is where we saw first off where Jason grabbed someone, I guess his enemy, and threw at the car. Behind of Jason we can see there's a destroyed car and there's also fire. Now a lot of people are saying that the fire is actually being behind of the car, I should say right of the car, but it's actually on the car. The car is technically destroyed, and you can tell that by taking a look at the back of the car where we can see that there is no wheel. So technically I'm assuming this car is most likely destroyed, especially as well we can see in the front of the car where there are some broken things. So it's definitely about the car, and it is not that small, I should say, place on the right side. And speaking of fire, we have as well, for example, here where Lucia was using a grenade launcher and trying to, blow up police cars. You guys noticed, right, that this police car actually like jumped, but it did not get fully destroyed. And about the, the fires as well, you guys are noticing, right? Like they are super realistic, which you cannot even tell that they're actually real. Because in GTA 5, for example, when you try to use a grenade launcher on a car or any vehicle, it will instantly be destroyed, right? But for GTA 6, especially for this footage, it is super realistic that you will think it's a glitch that she used the grenade launcher and the police car did not blow up right away. But that's actually the case. That is super realistic. Which brings us to this part over here where Jason is trying to shoot maybe at someone using a pistol. So what I noticed here is that you guys are noticing as well that when Jason is shooting, like you guys are noticing the lights, right? The lightnings, which is really realistic. I really love this part. Obviously, of course, in GTA 5 we have this thing as well when you shoot. So like when you use a gun, I should say, especially if you are shooting maybe in nighttime or if it's really dark, you will actually see lightnings, lights. But this thing in GTA 6 is way better and of course super realistic. Now I have to go back actually to trailer 1, because you guys notice here there are actually some NPCs that you guys are noticing as well. There are shadows, which is really realistic side, where we don't see their shadows, which is kind of weird, and there are actually some cars behind them that have turned on the lights, but we don't see shadows. So this is likely, I can say, a mistake, or maybe not, but it is not logic. But for GTA 6 Trailer 2, we are thinking that those are mistakes that I mentioned so far, but they're actually reality. They're not even glitches, they're ultra realistic. And we have as well, for example, speaking of GTA 6 Trailer 2, actually one of the screenshots when Trailer 2 came out, you guys are noticing here when someone is riding a bike that is wearing a flip-flop, you guys will tell, or you guys might think actually that this is a bug, but the flip-flop is actually in between the pedal of the bike and also the person's right and left foot. So this is super realistic. You would think this is like a mistake, like a glitch, but it clearly is not. Now I want to talk about as well this screenshot over here where you guys see Jason is holding an AR. So a lot of people are talking about behind, for example, this bridge we can see where people are saying, for example, Liberty City is coming back to GTA 6. I'm going to make a video as well on that, so definitely stay tuned. We have references. So people believe that those bridges are very identical to GTA 4, especially as well, for example, these two buildings that you guys are seeing. People say that these are identical to GTA 5's. So I don't think, of course, Los Santos is coming back to GTA 6. Definitely not. But for Liberty City, I think that is very likely going to be happening. As I said, I'm going to make a video on that, so definitely stay tuned. And what I also want to talk about is this footage over here where we can see, I'm assuming Jason, or I don't know, to be honest, who that driver is, but you guys are seeing that is also super realistic. They drifted and behind them there's like a box which we don't even know what there is inside, but you guys are seeing like the way that the box flipped. That is super realistic. But for GTA 5 we do have this thing, but it doesn't really have this kind of animation, or I should say ultra realistic animation, just like this footage in Trailer 2. Anyway, I also want to talk about this part over here where we can see a sea shark behind of a, I should say, car. So the car went on the right side and then the sea shark went on the right side as well, but at first it did not, but then after like a second or two it did, where you would think this is a glitch or like a bug, but it clearly is not. That is also something really realistic. And one last thing I want to talk about is over here in this screenshot, we can see down on the right side there are actually some police officers who are, I guess, arresting someone. So about the pose, you guys will think it's a bug, I mean something weird, but he is definitely maybe trying to, you know, put his hands up or maybe go down to the floor, which we don't have that thing in GTA 5. I'm assuming maybe in story mode, but not going down to the ground, maybe putting your hands up. So again, this is gonna be one of the coolest things, especially in GTA 6. But seriously, it's honestly super crazy to think about these details, that for the fact they are super realistic, ultra realism. We thought those are mistakes, but in reality they're not. Like you would think they're mistakes, but they are actually real. They're super realistic. And just imagine how immersive and how realistic GTA 6 is going to be when it comes out next year on May 26, 2026. So of course, make sure you guys as well comment down below your thoughts about these. So with that said, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this video helpful and informative. Again, I'm going to make a video talking about Liberty City returning to GTA 6. We have references I want to talk about, so definitely stay tuned and be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more GTA 6 content and videos like this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.